The clue is in the name with this one. The Lobster Sender is designed for exactly that, sending it. Whether that's in the jump line, the rail line, or snaking through the lift line, this thing leads from the front and it does it with a bag of power. Right, let's start by just saying this thing is an out and out beast. Coming in at a 7 out of 10 on Lobster's own flex rating, the Sender is the stiffest board in their collection, and it's calling out to all you overly confident balls to the wall riders who fly by the seat of your pants and hope for the best. Not only is it insanely fun, fast, and stacked with power, it's probably going to save your life when things don't quite go to plan. It's classed as an all-mountain snowboard, which it definitely is, but the Lobster Sender is going to favour lapping inbounds and through the park. It's built around a directional twin shape and it's virtually a true twin, except for the single inch of length added in the nose. Truth be told, it pretty much felt and rode like a true twin for all the guys in our test team who took it out. You might get a little bit more stability going through the turn when you're riding in your preferred direction, but a lot of that smooth, progressive feeling actually comes from the 3D bevel and side kicks right here in the nose and tail. Take a closer look and you can see that the area around the contact points has been slightly uplifted. It's not quite as extensive as you'd find on a triple baseboard profile, but it does work in much the same way, stabilizing the board in cruddy conditions and giving you some increased glide and float in any fresh snow, and crucially, massively reducing the odds of a gnarly edge catch or a hookup on any features. If you release the spin a little early on the lip of a jump, over-rotate on the landing, or you just get your body out of sorts on a rail, there's a pretty serious get-out-of-jail-free factor with this kind of profile. And for that reason, we find it really confidence-inspiring for taking your riding onto bigger features or trying new tricks. Of course, the 3D profile isn't unique to the Sender. All of Lobster's lineup have some variation on this. Where this one stands apart is its super pronounced and insanely poppy camber. The most jib-specific Lobster boards feature a low camber, and the rest of them have a mellow positive camber. The Sender is the only one to feature what they're calling their dynamic camber. Take a look at it. You can just see how pronounced that bend is, and it offers up so much potential. You can absolutely boost your ollies, you can rail a carve, and you can trust this thing is going to hold you steady at higher speeds. You definitely need to be a pretty experienced rider if you're going to get the most out of it, but this is what gives the board so much of its power and reactivity. So in keeping with that shape and profile, it comes as no surprise that Lobster have juiced up the core with triax fiberglass laminates and 2 carbon stringers, each in the nose and the tail. Now that does give you a little more wiggle room through the waist of the snowboard, which is great if you're locking into a board slide or you're just wanting to play around with the flex and side cut in between your feet, but you'll really benefit from the sheer amount of pop you can get at the ends of the board. Also, it's worth mentioning that carbon actually helps to keep the board tracking its line without getting bounced around and bucking you off when you're riding at your top end speeds, something which should come pretty easily given the pretty fast sintered base the Sender has been equipped with. As with many boards that deliver this much all-mountain freestyle potential, the stiffer flex and aggressive profile can sometimes put a few folk off. And you know what? That's actually a good thing. I mean, just take a look at this thing. It means business. It's calling out to a very specific type of rider, and I think you know who you are. All right, I think that's enough from me, but I'll be happy to answer any of your questions down below in the comments. We've also reviewed the Lobster Stomper and the Creamer snowboard for this winter, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to catch those reviews when they drop. Thanks again for watching, see you next time.